Hey everybody, how y'all doing? It's Steve coming at you. Hope you're having a great day. Well, this is a follow-up video to the last video I did about the MLB going woke and going broke. So, these guys, man, I'm telling you. So the MLB, for those of you who don't remember, if you haven't gone back, go check out the video. But essentially what happened was that MLB stands for Major League Baseball, for those of you who don't know. And there's an all-star game that's supposed to take place. And it normally takes place in Atlanta. And this was going to be a special event because they were going to honor Hank Aaron, who played for the Braves. I mean, Hall of Famer, mega rock star in the baseball world. Incredible man, incredible player, who unfortunately passed recently after getting the coronavirus vaccine. Got the coronavirus vaccine, and 2 weeks later he was dead. I'm not saying that's what killed him. He was 80 in his 80s, I think like mid 80s, but yeah. At any rate, they're supposed to have the All-Star game in Atlanta. Georgia passed a new voting rights law, which essentially says, because for those people who haven't bothered to read it and you're following what the media is telling you on television, please always remember they are lying to you. The first thing you should ask yourself whenever you watch anything on television is, what are they not telling me? That should be your first question. But anyway, I digress. The bill essentially says you have to have ID to go vote at the polls. If you're a brand new voter, you may be asked to send in a photocopy of your ID to prove who you are, right? And they're saying that bill is racist. And I talked about this before. Now, I'm laughing because it really actually does piss me off. But I talked about this before. Why? The bill doesn't say anything about black, white, or any other, as far as, you know, if you black, you got to show us your ID. If you white, you don't have to. Or if you're black and in line, you've been in line for a long time, you can't accept food from anybody. But if you're white, you can't. It doesn't say anything like that at all. So all the stuff you've been hearing about it is a lie. Just do yourselves a favor and go actually read what the bill says. That would be the smart thing to do. But I know a lot of people, I'm not necessarily all watching this video, though some of you might be hate watching. A lot of people will just believe what the media told them about the bill, believe what the CEO of Delta said about the bill. I'm so glad I don't really fly Delta often anyway. I heard American Airlines had something to say. I hope that's not true. American, you better remember where you're based. See, Delta's based in Atlanta, where all those fools are. You're based right here in good old state of Texas, in Dallas-Fort Worth. Remember where you are. Anyway, but there's certain companies that are coming out, like MLB came out and talked about how the bill's wrong, and everybody's talking about how racist this bill is without realizing how racist that sounds. Like black people don't have the ability to know how to go get an ID, which I find unbelievably insulting. But aside from that, MLB found a new location. So Atlanta's in Georgia. Atlanta is 51 to 55% black, if I'm not mistaken. Black population in Atlanta. It's like, I think it's got the largest black population in the city, if I'm not mistaken, of major cities. So over 50% of the population of Atlanta is black. I think like 40% is white. So they found a new location. They're going to Colorado, Denver, Colorado, which is, I think, is around 76 to 80% white, less than 10% black. It's estimated that Atlanta is going to lose $100 million on the deal. $100 million because Major League Baseball decided to leave and not have the All-Star game there. I talked about this in the other video. Thousands of hotel rooms that won't be utilized because of this. About 30%, if I'm not mistaken, 30% of the businesses in Atlanta are black-owned businesses. So that's a lot of businesses that are going to miss out on that money. But don't worry, MLB found a new location in mostly white Colorado. Now, I'm not saying anything. There's nothing wrong with being white or having states and cities or whatever that are mostly white. I'm just saying their whole point was about to say how racist Georgia was being, and they decided to go to Colorado. Well, I guess they didn't think anybody would look up and see what Colorado's election laws are, because in Colorado, they have practically the same election laws that Georgia passed. You have to show an ID. You have to, if you're a first-time voter, you have to. You could be asked to send in an ID to prove you are who you say you are. In fact, I think Georgia's might be a little bit more lax than Colorado. So, was this really about IDs, or was this really about voter suppression as they claimed? Or was the MLB just looking for a more, to them, more amenable place to go play the All-Star game? Maybe it costs a little less to play there. Maybe Colorado offered them a deal. Who knows, to bring the game there. But was that really what they were looking for? They tried, and they just used us. They used black folks as a way to get out of their contract. Because a lot of places, I got this from Tim Pool, but I knew this already. A lot of businesses and a lot of have morality clauses in their contracts. So if something goes wrong, you do something that they deem to be immoral, then they can get out of the contract. So did the MLB use black folks as a way to get out of their contract? I'm just saying. Look, guys, you may agree with me, you may disagree. Either way, give me a thumbs up and let me know. I'd love to hear from you. I think this is all a bunch of bullshit. I think what the MLB did is they're gonna hurt themselves, man. A lot of people who like baseball, I'm not a huge baseball person, but a lot of people who like baseball don't want politics mixed into baseball. They have a lot of conservatives like baseball. A lot of independents like baseball. I think I remember hearing over 60%, 65% or something like that of black and white sports were saying 65% of the people who watch baseball, who follow baseball, are independents and lean to the right. Okay, you can mess up your pocketbooks all day if that's what you're looking to do. But I guarantee you the next time, as far as you want to get on a Delta plane, as the CEO of Delta was complaining, you're going to have to show them your ID if you want to buy a ticket. You want to buy certain alcoholic beverages at the games, you're going to have to show them ID to show that you're old enough to buy them. So they can miss me with all this. I mean, I'd love to hear what you guys think. You tell me. Steve, I think you're wrong. It's racist to ask black people to produce IDs because we all know that they don't know how to tie their shoes barely, much less know how to go get an ID. If you feel like that, cool, let me know in the comments. If you agree with me, awesome. I love to hear from you too. Give me a thumbs up, thumb downs, like the video, comment on the video, share the video. Look forward to talking to y'all again soon. Y'all take care.